for joining us. We begin in Brazil, where 3 days of national mourning started today after the worst air disaster in that country's history. A Brazilian jet had attempted to land at the airport near downtown Sao Paulo. It's surrounded by businesses and office towers, and that meant disastrous results when the pilot tried to abandon the attempt. Nearly 200 people died in the crash. The CBC's Allison Smith picks up the story.
This morning, smoke still drifted from the crash site as rescue teams worked to retrieve the charred bodies of the victims. Grim remains from an exploding inferno. Investigators say temperatures inside the plane would have been a searing 1,000 degrees Celsius. It was raining when the Airbus 320 tried to land. The pilot, apparently aware he wasn't going to make it, tried to abort. Accelerated, pulled up, cleared a fence and highway at the end of the runway, then crashed into a busy cargo depot and a neighboring gas station. Inside the terminal, awaiting families were frantic for information. "It's our family here," this man shouted. "They say they don't have a passengers list. I've been flying for 30 years. How can they not have a passengers list?" this man demanded. Then worry became collapsing grief. This woman's 7- and 12-year-old sons were on the plane. Congonhas is the busiest airport in Brazil, popular, heavily traveled, a convenient downtown location amid the skyscrapers of South America's biggest city. It's also a runway that some say was an accident waiting to happen. Pilots nicknamed it the aircraft carrier. It's short, with no margin of error for big, heavily loaded jets. For a brief time earlier this year, a judge banned landings of some big planes here because of safety concerns. The runway was recently resurfaced, and there was more work to be done. The surface had no grooves.
Without that, you can have a very slick surface. Again, I'll make the comparison to a road or a highway where you can have a thin layer of water on a highway or a road or a runway, and you have the potential for hydroplaning.
There has been ongoing criticism of air safety in Brazil. In fact, statistics show Latin America and the Caribbean have an air accident record 3 times worse than the world average. This was the deadliest accident in Brazil's aviation history. Allison Smith, CBC News, Washington.